Hello everybody, Alan Damon here, Barging Free, and today we are going to meet Matt Miller. Matt is a marvellous guy, hugely experienced, and he's going to talk to us about a little bit about his background and then also what he's doing. Matt is one of the greatest boat engineers on the London canals, very popular guy. He's laughing away here, but this is all true, Matt. First of all, just tell us something about yourself. How long have you been involved with boats?
All my life, actually. My parents had an engineering firm, and I went into marine engineering right after A-levels. Did an engineering degree with a marine bias. Ended up working on Royal Naval ships and then in the dockyard in Plymouth. So, all told, about 30 years.
Wow, so boats are in your blood.
Very much so.
Yeah. And what do you live on at the moment?
I live on a Dutch barge, 1915. She's a little Lux motorboat on the River Thames.
And my experience of you is that you kind of virtually know everything there is to know about boats.
No.
No?
I know a fair amount. I know from my experience of the engineering and from living on board, moving around. We were continually cruising for 9 years and then got a mooring. So I've worked on pretty much all boat systems, and I'm qualified for mechanics, diesel, plumbing, gas, boat safety, that side of things. So,
what is it about boats? Why do you love boats?
Why do I love boats? As I say, I've always enjoyed boating. I've always lived either by the sea or by a river or a canal. I couldn't envisage living actually away from water. I don't enjoy it. I don't want to be away from it. If I'm not on the boat, then we've got a little sailing dinghy that we sail. We've got canoes that we use. We're on the water all the time. Okay. It's just got an attraction.
Is there more freedom on the water, do you think? Is this what draws people to it?
There's a certain amount of freedom. I mean, certainly with continual cruising, you can move around. For a long time, my job was static at a different boatyard, but we still had a lot of cruising around because I was able to do the Thames, the Oxford, the Grand Union, the Stratford and the Avon, and never be more than 30 miles from my work. So I used to commute to work. My wife used to move the boat when I wasn't on it.
Okay, so
hopefully tell me where she'd put it in the evening so that I could come back.
Okay, great. So let's just say about where we are. So I'm just going to pull away a little bit. So we're in a marina, and this is Marina. Matt, how long have you been here?
Only took it over towards the end of last year. This is actually a dock system. We've got a wet dock here where the boats stay afloat, and a dry dock next door where we dock down for blacking and surveys and structural hull work.
Yeah, and we've actually booked in for the 7th of September for a blacking.
Yes,
here.
We're going to be pressure washing and blacking the bottom.
And you're also very well positioned at Bulls Bridge because this is the junction of two major canals, the Paddington arm and the Grand Union. So it's a pretty good spot.
It's very good. I mean, you can come here from central London without passing a lock. You can come up from the Thames via the Hanwell flight in about 3 to 4 hours, depending on it. And you can come down the Grand Union main line to reach us as well. It's a good location.
Right, okay. Couple of questions to end up with, and that is somebody is interested in living on a boat. What advice can you give them?
2 main points. Look at as many as you can. Don't buy the first boat that you see. Don't make an impulse buy. We've all done it. A lot of us on boats have done it at some point. We've fallen in love with a particular boat. Go and look at as many as you can. Go and look at it with all the people that you're going to be there with, your wife, your children, your partner, whatever. Have a look at as many as you can. Decide the layout that you want. Don't jump in and buy the first one seen floating on the towpath that catches your eye. And when you've decided you're going to have one, have a full survey. Pay a professional, insured, indemnified surveyor to go over the hull, and if you're unsure, to go over the systems, the engine, the plumbing, the gas. Have it all sorted and checked before you make that purchase.
I'm going to do a little plug for you now because I think you do surveys, don't you?
I don't, actually.
You don't?
No, we keep the surveys totally independent to the dock, so then there's no conflict of interest. I'm not saying you need this work done and I can do it and it will be this number of pounds.
Yeah.
So surveyors come in, surveyors work in the dock, and then they give the owner and me their report.
Okay, great. Now just to go back to layout, you said, what do you mean by that? Somebody who doesn't know about boats, well, what are there different layouts?
Boats are very different. There's obviously narrow beam, which are only about 6'10" wide. You've got wide beams, which are out to 14 on the Thames, 16, 18 feet wide. And then you've got layouts depending on number of sleeping accommodation you need, communal space, even number of bathrooms. Larger boats have got, you know, more than one bathroom. So it is a confined space. You've got all of outdoors, you've got all of the towpath, you've got loads of greenery around you, but the confined space that you live in, especially when it's raining and if you've got children and dogs and pets and everything like that. So you've got to look at that space and think, can I manage inside it? Not everyone can.
Yeah. And what's a good time of the year to buy a boat, do you think?
Look all through the year. It's not a problem. There isn't really a season. You do find that there's a few more on the market in spring, summer, the people that have held onto the boats, or have gone through a winter and don't want to go through another, because it happens. So there'll be a lot on the market in spring, summer, but they're available all year round.
Right. And, you know, finally, a sort of final piece of advice. Do you need to be tough and determined to live on a boat full on?
I know a lot that aren't.
What? Say that again.
I know a lot that aren't.
Yeah.
You've got two choices. You either decide you're going to do all the work yourself, you're going to be self-sufficient, you're quite happy to do that and you're happy to get your hands dirty, or to learn. There's courses out there, you can learn about engines, you can learn about boat systems and get involved, or you bite the bullet and you pay someone else to do it. It's not necessarily a cheaper way of living, you just pay your money a different way to being on the house.
Okay. That's all great advice, Matt. Any last things that you want to say to people out there?
I've never regretted it, so I won't be changing anytime soon.
And 30 years.
Yeah.
With no regrets.
No.
Matt, thank you very much for letting me interview you.